Good afternoon and welcome to General Life. Since this week began, we had promised that this is a new phase that we are going to discuss about internet. The topic of discussion throughout this week has been the internet that we want, and that is why today, as we make a conclusion on what we have been discussing since the daybreak of this week, we are having cabinet ministers of different areas in concern to the internet. We are having different government officials. We are also having some youth member because this discussion is based on them. Just like we had promised that the internet is made out of 97% of the youth which make up the internet. But again, the internet depends 100% on the youth for it to run. And that is why the topic of discussion came that how can we make our internet a safe place, an internet that is convenient to all our students, all different individuals, despite difference in age. And so today discussion is brought to you live all the way from General International, that is General Fabrigas International Studio right here in Nairobi. We are going to discuss in details how can the government, how can young people, and even the technological companies themselves contribute, work together to ensure that we have a safe and a friendly internet for everyone. So straight we are going to start our discussion today. We have our cabinet minister of technology and internal relation in terms of internet, and of course that is ICT manager, that is computer studies. He is based on the technology. He is going to represent the technology, the internet at large. That is Mr. Felix Yao. Minister Felix is going to give us an elaborate conversation concerning this. We also have our cabinet minister of youth affairs, that is Minister Zintu here. Minister Zintu is going to give us a breakdown of all these analogies, how the youths have contributed. And then lastly, we have government official. That is the head of government, that is the head of communication, Minister Michael. So I'm going to start by our question here. The question, first of all, just like many people have said, that technology has increased since the introduction of modern world technology. Hand in hand with the internet, it has come with various advantages and disadvantages, I must agree. All in the same hand. But then the question is there still a chance for us to reclaim our internet? A safe, friendly, and educative internet for all. This is what technology can do in capabilities of all the probabilities possible. Remember to click on that button of hashtag is General Life, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to leave your comment. So first of all, just like we had made a conclusion, we'll start with the cooperation with the government. That is why I want to welcome Minister Michael here to give us how can they cooperate together. Mr. Michael, welcome to the discussion.
Yes, Fabrigas, one thing that I must say, you thought very well to bring this discussion together, because right now, even if you see, the reason is that most of our young people are misusing our internet. They are taking technology as a gateway to do all their criminal activities. And that is why even you see the government here, all the different government officials here are complaining about that. The other day you saw the president trying to defend the internet. He's doing that because, first of all, he knows that the internet is doing something good, but then these young people, some of them, a very good percentage are doing a very good job with the internet, but then the other percentage, they are not yet there. So that is why I would like to say that, General, in cooperation with the government with the technology companies, the government first should put out safety measures in the technology companies. Such measures involve safety of children when they are accessing the internet. This should be done in agreement with the technology companies. Remember, when you want to put restrictions, you are not the head of that technology company. First of all, you need to put restrictions, but then before you place those restrictions, the thing that should be done is that you must first agree with these people, because there is no way that you can come up with a rule when there isn't an agreement. And that is why I'm saying that there should be an agreement between the technology company, the government, and of course, the young people themselves. And then remember this, this should be done in agreement with the technology company. That one is the first priority. The first priority. When this is done, age, facial recognition, and parental allowance placed as the first password worldwide for the accessory to the internet. This should be done to all, be it young or old, because you never predict where the technological gadget might fall in which hand.
And Minister Michael, sorry, I've heard you say that there should be a restriction where all the technology, all the gadgets that can access the internet, there should be placed a restriction of facial recognition, parental allowance. But then, do you think that this one is fair to everyone? Not everyone individually, not everyone is young, because when you say that statement in a form, it's like you are trying to grab it in the aspect that you are trying to even restrict the old people.
Oh, no, General, first of all, I think you did not understand me. I said that it should be placed worldwide, because the reason as to why I say that is because you never know where a technological gadget might fall. I was surprised the other day when my last born brought for me a phone with a lady naked, and then she was asking me that, Daddy, do you know why doesn't mommy dress like this? Because she was able to access the internet. So I was surprised. A baby girl is asking me that, Daddy, why does this lady have so many big? I don't want to go there. So you find such scenarios. We as parents, when I now speak on behalf of parents, we as parents are worried when we see our young daughters, our young sons getting involved using the internet as a way of doing some of their dirty jobs. When you see somebody posting himself almost half naked, what does that mean? And do you know that the internet nowadays, it is accessible to everyone, and you can't restrict somebody. Even if they are in school, they are doing their computer studies, there is internet access there. They might log in and do something. So the reason as to why I'm saying this is because we can't predict, General. You can't know where a gadget might fall in. You might think that it falls in the right hand, but maybe no, it falls in the wrong hand. So that is why the restrictions should be placed for every individual worldwide.
And so, Minister Michael, if it is placed worldwide, how progressive do you think will it be effective? Will it make a change to the current situation, or will it worsen? Remember that when there's a restriction that has been placed there, individuals, whenever you are trying to access an internet service, do you think that there's going to be that deterrence? It's going to reduce that misuse of internet?
Yes, General, it's eventually going to reduce, because first of all, just like I've said, when there is facial recognition, and then the reason as to why I'm saying that there should be an agreement between the technological companies and the government is because when there is what we call facial recognition, not just any, right now technology has advanced. Technology has drastically advanced, and thereby, technology has the power and the capability to identify what is old, young, middle age, and then parental allowance. You must access the internet through the use of a parent.
But then, Minister Zintu, if they are using parent, then meaning that even an individual, a young person, can give an old person a phone and say that, can you access for me this? Do you think that one is going to make a restriction?
First of all, General, our main agenda is not to make it restrict. We are just trying to discuss whether if it is possible. And that is why I'm saying that we should involve the young people, that is the youths, because even if you look the percentage in which they are using the internet, that they are the highest number. So the moment that we involve the young people, we involve the government, and of course we as the technology company itself, we shall come down with a strategy and say that this technology, some of us are misusing it. So we should do it like this. But then it is not an inspection that I want it to be done my individually, because I know that it is quite hard when we use facial recognition. Even my young girl can tell his elder brother, who perhaps is maybe also obsessed with the misuse of technology, and still he can access. So I'm saying that there is no way that we can restrict some specific areas of the internet. We can't restrict them, we can't ban them from our young people, but at least we can try to reduce the level at which these people are misusing it. Thank you very much, Minister. I think we have heard from there how first of all the cooperation between the government, the young people, and the technological companies, we can associate and come together, and it is just a matter of fact of having an agreement between the three parties.
Yes, General, the agreement there, it's very paramount. That is the first key thing that you need to consider, because there's no way that I can come up with something, or even your Minister Zinto or Minister Michael. You know, it is very, very impossible to do such a thing without the agreement. So the key thing there that I'm saying, young people, we should agree, come together.
Thank you very much, Minister, for that blending and of course senseful speech that you have given unto us during this time. We'll come back to it. Right now we want to go back again to Minister Zintu. He wants to tell us that once there has been there has been a cooperation between the young people, the three parties have come in agreement, and now they have settled a pace. They now want to make an internet. Minister, you are going to tell us that after the agreement has been made, what are some of the strategies that we can now place? Remember, we have now agreed that yes, some of us are misusing the internet, some of us are using the internet for some things, for like some legal business. They are taking advantage of it because there is no restriction. But then now we have now agreed as a team and we have come in conclusion. Now I want you to tell us, after there has been an agreement, now the planning process. How are we going now to plan together these three parties? How are we going to plan to have an internet that is now favorable for each and every individual? The planning process is what now we want to discuss in this coming discussion. But then first, let us take a break. When we come back, we are going to discuss this issue very slightly. So General Life takes a break. Keep on tweeting. Don't forget, we'll be right back with more story. Remember, the topic today is, of course, the internet that we want. General Life takes a break. We'll be right in a minute.